In July 2010, we asked 25 young people to help provide advice for the provincial government on how it could best involve youth in the development of a coordinated youth policy framework. These panelists came from across the province and gathered in Toronto to help learn about public policy and develop a series of recommendations for youth engagement. Earlier that summer, each of the participants received one of 5,000 letters sent to randomly selected households from north of Thunder Bay to the Golden Horseshoe. Any 16 to 24-year-old who received one could enter their name in a civic lottery for their chance to serve on the panel.
I was really pleased when I found out I did get it. I was really excited to come here and be with this great group.
While the provincial government knows how it can support children, seniors, and adults, it doesn't have a coordinated strategy for meeting the needs of youth. In May 2009, Ontario Youth Matter, a coalition of hundreds of organizations working with youth, asked the government to adopt a provincial youth policy framework. This framework will tell us how best to support youth as they transition to becoming healthy adults.
I just want you guys to know that we are overjoyed to have you guys, want to fully participate in this process.
These 2 days are going to be really critical in terms of us just being around, observing, listening to what you have to say. Your experiences, your perspectives, your ideas are extremely important to us, and it's your voice that we're counting on for the provincial government to understand and to know what it is that young people need and what young people want.
There's not a lot of adult support or groups to say, well, let's make policy change. It's very hard to expect youth on their own to be able to make a policy change.
The panelists learned about the role of public policy in their lives. They learned how parents, teachers, and employers to community groups and government ministries all contribute to governing their behavior.
I think it's really important for young people to understand the policies and how it works, because these affect our lives every day.
Panelists shared stories of their own experiences and used these examples to identify the values they wanted to see governments and other decision makers reflect. They heard from youth experts who had influenced and changed policies.
You're all going to choose the role that you want to play, and then you're going to play your part, and you're going to play it really, really well. And if you're connected to each other, that's what your movement is that when you guys connect and play the different roles that you play to see change happen.
The panelists called on decision makers to 3 following principles: be respectful and create opportunities for meaningful involvement, provide adequate support for youth to be involved, be clear and focus on simplicity.
You're currently at this stage in life where you want to make changes, and now you're just given the opportunity to make the changes and also interact with other youth members and see what their point of view is.
You'll note that these are certificates of public service, because that's what we think this is actually all about. It's about trying to serve all Ontarians and figuring out what it is they need and what it is that we can provide to one another.
My favorite experience has been knowing that I can make a difference in my community, and knowing that I have the tools to empower other youth to realize that they can have a difference in their communities too.
Through the month of August, several of the panelists took the opportunity to share and host their own sessions to extend the conversation to other communities throughout the province. The findings from these local sessions and the work produced by the panel can be found in the final report of the Ontario Youth Matter Youth Advisory Panel.